Are you looking to move to Charlotte, North Carolina? Are you looking to relocate to Charlotte, North Carolina? Do you want to move to Charlotte, North Carolina, but you're afraid because you don't know where anything is? Well, I'm going to attempt to show you where stuff is. That's what I'm going to talk about in this video, and I'm getting started right now. My name is Eli Maggots, and I'm a real estate advisor here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the surrounding area of South Carolina, specializing in luxury homes and new home construction. But more importantly, I am your realtor with heart. I am not trying to sell you a house. I am here to help you find a home and a lifestyle that you and your family are gonna love. It is so important to find somebody who you like and someone who you trust. If you think that you and I are going to be a good fit and you like ball guys, I would love to hear from you and I'd love to help. My contact information is down below. I put out awesome videos every single week. I can't believe how awesome they are. So I would love for you to go down to the red button below, subscribe, hit the button, hit the bell, so you'll be notified when my new awesome videos are out every single week. And to get you more familiar with Charlotte, I'm giving you a free online guide. The guide's going to tell you everything about the Charlotte neighborhoods, the schools, things to do. Stay tuned to the very end for that free guide. So you want to move to Charlotte, you're relocating, you don't know anything about Charlotte, just like I didn't know anything about Charlotte 11 years ago when I moved from New York. Well, I'm going to try and help you out, show you what's going on, tell you where people are coming from, and give you the lowdown. Here we go. So if we're looking at the map, people are moving from all over the place. Most people are moving from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Ohio is huge. People are moving from Florida. They're moving from California is huge. I have people I'm working with from Arizona. I have people I'm working with from Nevada. I have people I'm working with from New Mexico, essentially all over the country. I also have people that I'm working with from Norway and from Hong Kong. So you're not alone. Let's take a look at Charlotte a little bit closer. Now I like doing this, so just bear with me because I think it's really cool the way it does this. So look, here we are in Charlotte, North Carolina, beautiful Charlotte. So Charlotte, North Carolina has a major uptown area. Right here is the uptown area of Charlotte, North Carolina, and we call it the uptown. We don't call it the downtown. Why? Not really sure. It's about two streets, Trade and Tryon, that come up to a hill. But essentially, this is where all of our major buildings are, our skyscrapers. Let's see if we can get a better view. There we go. So Charlotte is broken up into 4 wards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Football stadium, Panthers. Over here, you've got the Spectrum Arena where they have concerts, basketball. Bank of America has its headquarters here, Wells Fargo, Honeywell, and a ton of other major S&P 500 companies. NASCAR Hall of Fame is here as well. You'll notice surrounding the city is this 277. It kind of just goes around the uptown area. This is your major street, major highway that goes around 277. There are 2 major highways, which we'll talk about in a minute. When you come to Charlotte, the place that you're probably going to end up first is at the airport. So let me just show you where the airport is in conjunction or in reference to the town of Charlotte. Charlotte Douglas International Airport. This is Uptown Charlotte. This is a 15 to 20 minute drive door to door. So that's where you're going to arrive if you're flying. This is Uptown Charlotte. Now I'm going to go back to Uptown Charlotte and show you some of the neighborhoods that surround Uptown Charlotte. There's a neighborhood called NODA, which is north of Davidson. There's a shortcut. It's kind of like the Soho, the artsy area of Charlotte. It's small, but it is artsy. Lots of restaurants and things to do. Plaza Midwood, another kind of off the beaten track, kind of alternative neighborhood. Very inclusive, very, very fun, very cool neighborhood. Right next to this is the Charlotte Country Club. Very exclusive country club. Homes in the Plaza Midwood area can run anywhere from $400,000 up into the millions. So that's Plaza Midwood. That's NODA. Okay. Right here from Uptown Charlotte is 74. It's called Independence Boulevard, and this thing goes all the way south. This is more like an industrial type of highway. There are lights. It does get backed up during rush hour, but this is where you're going to find your car dealers. Now, close to Uptown Charlotte are your two major medical centers. Atrium is one of the major medical centers here in Charlotte. Novant is the other major medical center here in Charlotte. Their major hospitals are located right off of Uptown Charlotte, and they are huge, huge centers. These are your trauma centers. Atrium and Novant have hospitals all over the Charlotte area, but if you need a helicopter to bring you in someplace, this would be the two places that you would go. So right off of Uptown Charlotte is a neighborhood called South End, very popular with young people. This is people who have graduated from college, probably working in high tech. Lowe's has its headquarters here. They are building a large international technology hub right here in South End. So those are the type of people that are living in South End. Your college graduates, technology workers, very close to Uptown Charlotte. It's just a quick stop right to Uptown Charlotte. Right next to South End is a very desirable neighborhood called Dilworth. Dilworth is a very walkable neighborhood. You can go out from your home, go to restaurants. It's good for those who have young children. It is very expensive. You're getting bungalow-style homes running probably in the high eights to the multi-million dollars. That's Dilworth. So South End, Dilworth. Both pretty young. East Boulevard is the main drag through Dilworth with restaurants. So moving over from South End and Dilworth, behind Dilworth is Freedom Park. Freedom Park is kind of like the Central Park of Charlotte, large green space. Right next to Freedom Park is Myers Park. Now Myers Park is probably the most exclusive area in all of the Charlotte area. Queens Road, major street, beautiful, beautiful homes running in $500,000 for a knockdown, $600,000, $700,000 for a knockdown if you're lucky, going up to about $8 or $9 million. That is Myers Park, oldest neighborhood in Charlotte, very close to Uptown Charlotte. If you got $3 or $4 million laying around, this is a great place to live. South Wendover Road, beautiful, gorgeous homes. Equally as gorgeous is Eastover. Eastover has also got very old homes, very grand, very expensive. If I could live anywhere, I would probably live in one of these two areas. Queens Road, again, is the major street that goes through there. Now, just over a little bit to the east is Cotswold. Cotswold, because it's not as expensive as Eastover or Myers Park, Cotswold, a lot of the builders are going in there buying the older homes for $300,000 or $400,000 that are knockdowns and building $1.5 to $2 million country-style farmhouse. Beautiful, beautiful area. There are older homes there as well, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. Phenomenal location. All of these are phenomenal location. Now, we're going back south from Uptown, and the major street here is Providence Road. Providence Road is 16, and this road takes you all the way from Uptown Charlotte, all the way back down through the south part of Charlotte, all the way down into the Union County area and to Waxhaw. So this is a major street. Off of 16 and Fairview Road, right over here, is going to be our South Park area. South Park is known for its shopping and restaurants. South Park Mall, everything you could think of is in South Park Mall. Selwyn Park, very exclusive area as well. South Park over here, the mall. Phillips Place is another place to shop. Colony Road, major, beautiful street. This area right here behind Myers Park is called Foxcroft. Foxcroft, I've done a video on this one as well as the others. Beautiful, gorgeous homes. Again, starting maybe $800,000 going up to $4 or $5 million. This is a very exclusive area. Another neighborhood here, Morrowcroft Estates, is a gated neighborhood. Right next to the Charlotte Country Day School, very popular school, is a neighborhood called Carmel Park. Stunning. Off the hook. Beautiful. Going down Fairview Road, we're going back on to Providence Road. We're going south. We're going south, and over here is the JCC, the Jewish Community Center. Two temples over here. This facility, the JCC, is a phenomenal, it's almost like a country club. Right next to the Lansdowne area, Old Farm area, older homes, a little bit less expensive in here because the stuff is old. It's not as close to Uptown Charlotte, but again, not inexpensive. We're going further south even more. On Providence Road, we're taking a road down south, and we're right over here at Pineville Matthews Road, which is Highway 51, right here, Highway 51. And Providence Road. This is a major shopping area. The Arboretum. This area is called the Arboretum area. Phenomenal area to live. Very highly rated schools. Some really popular neighborhoods in this area. One of which is Providence Plantation, which is right over here. You'll see Providence Plantation. This is probably the largest subdivision in all of Charlotte. 1,600 homes. Going further south, you've got neighborhoods all up and down Providence Road, and then you get to an intersection on Providence Road to 485. 485 is our major drag here, major highway. I'm just going to pan out a little bit. This highway, if you take 485 straight across, it's going to take you to the airport. It's going to take you up north. It's going to take you all around the Charlotte area. It is a major highway here in Charlotte. So now you can see where we've been. We've been to Charlotte, Myers Park. We've been to NODA. Now we're at 16, which is Providence Road, and the highway, 485. Right over here is a new shopping center, Waverly. Across the street, Ray Farms, more shopping. Further south on Providence Road will take you into another county out of Mecklenburg County into Union County. Union County, affluent, highly desirable, highly rated schools, many neighborhoods. Let's take a look. So we're right here on 16. And this was the shopping centers I just told you about. Here we are in Weddington. Weddington again, Weddington Middle School. All of this area is highly desirable. That's going south on 16. If we go a little bit east, it takes us into areas of Weddington and it takes you to an area called Wesley Chapel. Also, desirable area to live. Another area, Indian Trail, Stallings. Very popular is Matthews. Matthews is a little bit closer in to Charlotte than would be, let's say, Wesley Chapel. If you go a little bit to the east of Matthews is Mint Hill, another very popular area. So we're going to go Mint Hill, we're going to go Matthews right here, Stallings, Indian Trail. We're going to head back to 16. You've got Wesley Chapel over here off of 84, and you're going back onto 16 into Weddington. We're going to take Weddington all the way down, and just to the west over here is another area called Marvin. Marvin is also a very desirable area, highly rated schools, affluent, beautiful, beautiful homes, very much desired. 16 will take you all the way back down to this area, Kensington Drive, and kind of stops right here in Waxhaw. Lots of development down here in Waxhaw, very, very popular as well. This is Marvin, this is Weddington, Wesley Chapel, Matthews, Stallings, Indian Trail. Okay? That's off of 16. That's off of Providence Road. Now another street that's parallel to Providence Road, when you get past this 485 area, this is 485 the highway, is another street called Ray Road. R-E-A. Let me zoom in a little bit on this. You can see here, Ray Road. Ray Road is right off of 485, okay? And this is also very desirable areas to live. Piper Glen Estates is gorgeous. Ray Road also has a ton of shopping. There are two major shopping centers off of Ray Road, okay? Ray Road, if you take it down far enough, will kind of go right into Providence Road. But Ray Road right over here, this is kind of like where Marvin starts. We'll have several shopping centers. The two shopping centers here are called Stonecrest, right here, right off of 485 Stonecrest. And as you go down Stonecrest a little bit, you're going to reach Blakeney. This is Blakeney right here, the Blakeney Shopping Center. Stonecrest off of Ray Road, Blakeney off of Ray Road, 131 Main, one of my favorite restaurants. Ray Road, following it down, beautiful neighborhoods on either side. The club at Longview, highly desirable neighborhood to live in, gated golf course, one of the nicest places to live in all of the Charlotte area. All in Union County. And again, Ray Road, if you follow it down, is just going to go right back into Providence Road, right over here. Now, if you follow Providence Road back into Weddington, again, there's some phenomenal neighborhoods all along this area. Now, a third major street off of 485, Providence Road, we have Ray Road, and now we're going to go to Johnston Road. I'm going to kind of zoom in on this a little bit. Off of 485 is Johnston Road, and takes you into an area called Ballantyne. Ballantyne is a big area. Lots of commerce there, lots of stores, lots of corporate headquarters in Ballantyne. Ballantyne, this area has tons of shopping. Ballantyne Country Club, lots of high-end neighborhoods to live in. 521 is Johnston Road, shopping all up and down. This is an area that has developed from nothing. Right over this 521 border here and past Ballantyne, you're in South Carolina. So that's how close the south of Charlotte is to South Carolina. Right over 521, you are in South Carolina, and this is probably one of the fastest growing areas in the Charlotte metropolitan area, if not the fastest growing area in the Charlotte metropolitan area. This area is called Indian Land, South Carolina. A lot of people moving to the Indian Land area. Lots of shoppings there. Indian Land, South Carolina, this whole area has developed from nothing. This 521, as you keep going down, development is following 521 all the way down. Bridge Mill, another phenomenal neighborhood. Not only is it moving from Ballantyne into Indian Land, South Carolina, but another very, very popular area is Fort Mill, South Carolina. Fort Mill, South Carolina. This is Indian Land. This is Ballantyne. Fort Mill, South Carolina is blowing up. Okay, people are moving from all over to go to Fort Mill, South Carolina. Affordable homes, beautiful homes, new developments, and highly rated schools. That is Fort Mill, South Carolina. Right next to Fort Mill, South Carolina is an area called Tega Cay. Now Tega Cay is right off of Lake Wylie. This is Lake Wylie right over here. But Tega Cay is kind of right next to Fort Mill, also one of those areas that is just growing in popularity and very, very difficult to get new homes, old homes. It's just everybody's fighting for homes in all of these areas. The beauty of living in Tega Cay or in Fort Mill or in Indian Land are lower taxes than Charlotte, yet you have a direct connection into Charlotte on the 77 highway. This is 77, takes you right past Carowinds, will take you right past the airport and zooms you right into Uptown Charlotte. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a rundown as to where people are going. So now that essentially was the south part of Charlotte, from Uptown Charlotte going back south into Union County, into South Carolina, Fort Mill, Tega Cay. And I'm gonna do another video going from Uptown Charlotte, going north to Huntersville, Cornelius, Davidson, Mooresville, and the areas around there. Now this is not an all-encompassing view. It's just kind of a bird's eye view of where the shopping is, the highways, the different towns, so that you have a better idea of what you're gonna get when you come into Charlotte. You'll have some education as to where we are. It's hard to cover them all in one video, but that is a good start. You will have an idea as to where you're going. Remember, it is so important to find somebody who you like and somebody who you trust. If you think that you and I are a good fit and you have a little bit of sarcasm, I might be a good fit for you. I would love to help you. I would love to hear from you. My contact information is down below. Just remember, I put out unbelievable videos every single week. I don't know how I come up with all these videos, but I'd love for you to go down to the red button below, subscribe, hit the red button, hit the bell. You'll be notified when these great videos are out every single week. And for that free guide to go along with this video, that free online guide that I said, go down to the description below. There's a link there. Free online guide, communities, schools, taxes, you name it, it's got it. Click on that link, get that guide. It's invaluable information. In a few seconds, a couple of videos that are related to this video are gonna pop up. So I'd love for you to go and watch those. I also have a YouTube channel full of information. But most importantly, I thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Welcome to the great area of Charlotte. If you're coming from Chicago, from LA, from Fort Lauderdale, from Miami, from Long Island to Boston, I'm here to help. It's a great place to live. Thank you so much for watching, and until we see each other again next time.